The first step in beginning an imaging session is to open the dome and initialize and sync the telescope drive to a known alignment star. After this is done, we move to the control room and connect the telescope and dome to the software package. We use the SkyX Professional Edition. Once that is done, we center the alignment star in the imaging system and do the final sync so that the software and telescope drive agree on what the telescope is pointing to. In the image that you see projected here, this is the alignment star we chose, which is Sirius, and you can see that it's not totally centered. So what we're going to do is move to the telescope at the telescope control panel. I'll be pushing the drive, adjusting it with these arrows. As you can see, as I move the telescope, the star begins to come into the center. So now I need to get it over to the right some. There's about a 6-second delay as we're doing this because it takes 5 seconds for the image to download from the camera. It's taking an image, a 1-second exposure, and then it takes that long to get the image. Now we're getting close. Wait another exposure, make sure it's not still moving. Just bump it. So we now finally have the star aligned in the center of our camera image. So at this point, we enter the name of the star we used as the alignment star, which is Sirius. We hit find, and then I hit sync. It says, are you sure you want to sync on Sirius? And I say yes. So now the software and the telescope both agree on what they're pointed at. As now that we've got that done, we'll stop this imaging. So to achieve focus, we're going to use the fine focuser that I showed you earlier. First thing we want to do is move to a suitable star to focus on. Sirius would be much too bright. The star that I'm going to be using tonight is in the catalog is HIP 31700. I'll hit find. It's real close to Sirius. Here you can see. So then I hit slew. It says, do I really want to slew there? And I say yes. You can see this is where the telescope is pointing now. We'll switch back to the camera. I don't want to take photos continuously now, but I'm going to take a photo to see what we've got here. Once again, it's a 1-second exposure. Yes, this should work. So now I'm going to go to this tool that we use to achieve focus. And start this over. So I think I have the coarse focus set closer now. So we'll once again take a sample photo. Zoom in on the star we want to focus on. Set subframe to that view. And start another run of the autofocus. Again, you can see the focuser position here. There's 120,000 steps that this can take to achieve focus. So it's running down, closing the focuser, shortening it up right now to begin the focus run. So there it took 3 images. Moves the focuser and takes 3 more. Keeps doing this till it finds the best position. Notice while it's doing this, the star is appearing to get smaller, which is what we want to achieve better focus. And there are even dimmer stars out here that you can watch as they come into focus. So there it fits a curve to the results it got. It's going to move back to that position up here and take another picture to verify. So it says focus success. So now we can close this. So once we've achieved successful focus, we want to go to the focuser tab and activate temperature compensation. So what's going on here is as you go through the night, a lot of times it'll get cooler, and as the tube cools, it'll actually shrink. What this does is there's a temperature sensor on the side of the tube connected to the focuser, and as the temperature goes down, it'll compensate and move the focuser to adjust it by the steps that we've entered into there. We'll also now go and open a file What this is the offsets. Each filter will focus at a slightly different point. So these are all of our filters that we have in the filter wheel, and these are the offsets that it takes to get each of those filters into focus. So right now we're focused on L. If we change to the R filter, it would move it the preset number of microns to bring it back into focus. So we don't have to refocus for each filter change. Then we go back to the camera, and we are finally ready to begin an imaging session.